It's here. It's finally here, guys. I finally got merch in a Drew Talks Caps episode. Hi, guys. Drew here, back with another video, and welcome to Drew Talks Caps, another episode discussing on what's been going on between the St. John's Senior and St. John's Junior Caps. And as I said in the intro, Caps merch finally here. I've been waiting a very long time to get this, so it's glad that it finally came, and I'll be probably wearing this type of stuff and maybe a few senior merch in the videos to come. So we got a lot to talk about in these 3 games to discuss what happened over the weekend. There's a lot to discuss in that one junior game. You're going to definitely want to stay tuned for that one. And then we got the 2 games up in Clarenville for the senior caps. All these games unbelievably well played. But I mean, there's one game where there's an L, but I mean, they still scored 4 goals. So I'm gonna get started with the junior caps. I'll get started with them, I suppose. I'll save the best for first, I guess. Because honestly, this was probably the best game out of them all that I had to recap. I'm not even trying to like say that junior caps is all better and that kind of stuff, because some people may think that's not true, but honestly, this game here had me at the edge of my seat. What a game it was. They were facing off against the CBR Junior Renegades, and oh my, what a game. The Caps win 4-2 over the Renegades. The goals in this game, Andy Knight gets a pair, Andrew Vitch gets one, and Justin Heptich gets a goal as well in this game. Unbelievable game played by the Caps, but we got a bit of physicality in this game. We had the Baron versus Samson fight. Yeah, I'm not joking, a fight. And then we had a Vitch and Beeson fight as well. So yeah, 2 fights in this game, not bad at all for a hockey fan. I love watching hockey fights. That was probably one of my favorite things with the Growlers. With Junior, it doesn't happen too much. Senior as well, because you could get suspended for that. Luckily Joel Bishop didn't get suspended for what he did. We'll talk a little bit about that later on. But I just want to talk about the Baron Samson fight first, and then I'll talk about the Vitch Beeson fight. I've got to be quick, honestly, because I don't want this video to be 20 minutes long, even though it may be. I'm not sure. You'll probably know by now by the time the video is uploaded. But the Baron Samson fight, I'm not really too sure what happened. It was behind the play a little bit. What I think happened, they were just hugging it out, I guess. And Samson, I believe, cross-checked Baron back down to the ice. The bench is rolling, but Baron gets right back up and just starts throwing punches on him, and Samson ends up going right back at him. So they're both going at it basically in a fight. It was pretty equal fight, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not even trying to be biased between the junior caps, or just not saying that Samson won, because it was pretty evenly matched. I've got to be honest with you. And anyways, what happened was, so Baron was the first to fall. The reasoning for that was because he was about to throw a right hook right at Samson. And apparently he twisted his ankle. Right as soon as he was about to throw that, he fell down to the ice. Apparently his ankle may be broken. I'm not too sure. He had to get taken off the ice by stretcher, because it would be easier to get him on that instead of just trying to put no weight on it, trying to get through the locker rooms and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully number 5 is doing all right for the St. John's Junior Caps. I know it looked a bit scary on the ice, so I wish Baron all the best, and hopefully he's having himself a safe recovery, because he may not be back till later on this season. And then I want to talk about this Vitch Beeson fight, and honestly, I got a little too excited for this one, to be honest with you. So basically what happened was, it wasn't even Vitch and Beeson that started it, really. It was Jackson Healy on the junior cap that really started it. There was just a scrum going on near the junior Renegades bench. It was just Healy and another guy. I can't remember his name, but you can go check the stat sheet and you may be able to find that. But I know that Healy was involved with it. And anyways, behind the play, there was Vitch and Beeson that were just basically like giving each other like on both like arm wrestles, not arm wrestles. They were just hugging it out, I'll say. And anyways, just both players having it in a headlock. And then all of a sudden, Beeson just comes up and rips the cage off of Vitch, and then Vitch goes at Beeson, does it right back, I believe, and then they just go toe-to-toe. Pretty nice tilt as well. Vitch was the one that got the takedown on Beeson, and I was right in front of the play, and man, I got a little excited. I'll be honest with you, I kind of roared. The crowd it was pretty silent. I'm gonna be honest with you. So they could all hear me do that little proud roar of myself. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. That's a little bias of me, but he did get a pretty good takedown on Beeson. Vitch goes through the Cats bench, just pumps them up a little bit, and then he heads to the locker room and gets a game misconduct. But I mean, that's all you can do in total. Do you want to know how much penalty minutes there were? If you're not on Cats Nation, you don't know this. If you are, you probably do. There's 206 penalty minutes in this game. That's honestly FPHL numbers. And if you don't know what the FPHL is, that's probably like the 5th tier. And there's fights per game in every game pretty much. But honestly, you'll love it. I absolutely loved it, to be honest with you. More fights, the better the game gets. Even if the team's losing, it just gets fun. I remember the Josh Victor Nathan Knoll game. The Growls lost that game, but I did not care. All I cared is that Nathan Knoll got beat the crap out of him. But yeah, so a pretty good game from the Junior Caps. And now we'll talk about their players' individual stats. And it isn't that exciting because it's the same player for each stat, basically. Their points leader is Jordan Winter with 19 points. Not too bad from him. Their assist leader, Jordan Winter, with 8 points. And their goals leader, Jordan Winter, with 11 goals. He is dominating the Junior Caps and basically the league this year. I mean, Alex Crane's the best player in the league this year so far from what I saw from his stats. But man, Jordan Winter, the captain on the Junior Caps, not bad at all for him. I mentioned him in like every video because he's just on the score sheet everywhere across. Every game you'll probably see Jordan Winter up there somewhere. He had an awesome season last year, having an awesome season this year as well. And then their penalty minutes leader is Declan Barron with 31 penalty minutes. That's obviously because of that fight. He racked up most of his penalty minutes there. And then a little interesting stat I'd like to mention, Patrick Hurley, new addition to the Junior Caps. In 2 games, he has 26 penalty minutes. That's a lot of penalty minutes, I'm going to be honest with you. He has 2 points, though, in 2 games. So he is point per game, but he is in the box quite a bit. But yeah, he's been a great player so far. So keep it up, Patty. He's been doing great. So yeah, just 26 penalty minutes in 2 games. That's a lot for a junior player. Their next game will be home Thursday night versus the Mount Pearl Blades. First week game, I'll say, for this season. I think it's their only week game this year that is at home. So make sure to get your tickets at Mary Brown Center box office or on their website. So you could go get your tickets and spectate the game. And make sure to be loud. I want you to be loud. That's the one thing you gotta promise me, is that you're being loud and cheering on for your home team, the Junior Caps. As Mount Pearl is going to come in, first time playing against the Junior Caps at the Mary Brown Center. They played a bit in the Glacier, and now they're going to the Mary Brown Center to face the Caps. So that's it for the Junior Cats. We'll move on to the Senior Cats weekend versus the Clarenville Caribous. And oh my, there's just one thing I got, just one word I gotta say in this game, in these 2 games: goals. Just goals. The goals in this game, in the Caps win 8-5 over the Clarenville Caribous. That is insane. 13 goals in 1 game is unbelievable. The goals in this game, Kyle McGraw getting a hat trick in this game, not bad at all. Brandon Knight getting 2 goals in this game, not bad at all. Matt McKim, 2 goals in this game, not bad at all. And then Tanner Humberdredge is just scoring once again. And as I said in all the other ones, not bad at all. And another thing to mention, Kyle Rumsey had a 4-point game, not bad at all. All those 4 points were assists, so he was passing to his teammates, but it worked out. It worked out for him. And yeah, just a solid game from Devin Parsons. I mean, letting in 5 goals isn't that great. It was AJ Whiffin's return to Clarenville. If you don't know that name, he was the emergency backup goaltender for the Newfoundland Growls in their inaugural season. Obviously, there was some controversy with him heading into this year. Will he be allowed to play for the Clarenville Caribous based on the district he lives in? And soon enough he's allowed to play for the Caribous, and that was his debut, letting in 8 goals. Not great at all, but I mean, the Caribous got their comeback over the Caps in the next game. They won 7-4. Caps lose 7-4, I should say. The goal in this game, George Walsh gets one in this game, his first of the year. Kyle McGraw getting one as well. He had 2 goals in this game, and then Mark Rumsey got a goal as well. Rumsey had 5 points in his 2 games. Kyle McGraw, 5 goals in his 2 games. Man, he's lighting up the lamp. The points leader for the Caps this year is Kyle McGraw for 15 points in 6 games. Those are Wayne Gretzky numbers, and I know it's not the NHL, it's not the AHL, it's not the ECHL, not the SPHL, not the FPHL, it's senior, but man, could you just potentially call Kyle McGraw the Wayne Gretzky of senior hockey in Newfoundland? I think there's a chance that you could possibly say that, because that's just unbelievable. 15 points in 6 games. I don't even remember a time a Growlers player had that numbers. That he has 9 points over point per game this year. That is unbelievable. 9 goals. And he leads the team in goals. 9 goals in 6 games. Those are Connor Bedard World Junior's numbers. That's just unbelievable for what Kyle McGraw. I didn't expect him to be this great this year, but man, that's just Kyle McGraw. I'm gonna have to get used to that, because that's just how he plays, I guess. And the assist leader is Matt McKim with 9 points. He's been playing great as well. The M&M Bish line's just been dominating. Joel Bishop was back in the lineup as well, because he had a fight, of course. There was a chance he was going to get suspended, but apparently he wasn't. He didn't get suspended, so that's good for Joel. And one stat I wanted to list off from the Caribous, and it's about a former Growler, Adam Daw. Probably one of my favorite Growlers players from last season. Just one of those players that played on a chip on his shoulder. Had a bite in his game in every single game he played for them. And in his 2023 season with the Growlers, in 59 games played, he had 1 goal, 5 assists for 6 points. It was a bit of a rough year for Adam Daw, but I mean, he was still an unbelievable player. But here's a stat that I wanted to list off. This is a player that I thought Adam Daw could be in the ECHL. Well, I don't know if it's that good, but he has 12 points, 4 goals, 8 assists in how many games? 6. 6 is the magic number in this game, in this video, guys. And players are just racking up points in senior. It's like the goalies can't stop a beach ball, it looks like, in senior this year. Justin Pender made his return to the lineup after his 3-game suspension for fighting a fan in the Harbor Grace Danny Cleary Memorial Stadium. I suppose he didn't end up getting any fights, because, I mean, he didn't really want to get suspended again, I suppose, because serving a 3-game suspension, that's a bit much. But yeah, that's pretty much it to do with this Drew's Talks Caps episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, you can like this video. You can subscribe if you really liked it. We're on the road to 300 subscribers, so if you can hit that subscribe button down below, I'd really appreciate it. That's it for today, you guys, and we'll talk to you all again in the next Drew Talks Caps episode. It'll be a fun weekend this weekend. The Junior Caps play the Blades Thursday. They play in Southern Shore on Friday. I believe the Senior Caps have a game in Harbor Grace maybe this weekend, or maybe it's next weekend. That's it for today, guys, and I'll talk to you all again soon.